A loving heart is the truest wisdom, Charles Dickens. We forge the chains we wear in life. I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all. The year, there are dark shadows on the earth, but its lights are stronger in the contrast. Reflect upon your present blessings, of which every man has many, not on your past misfortunes, of which all men have some. It is a melancholy truth that even great men have their poor relations. The pain of parting is nothing to the joy of meeting again. Electric communication will never be a substitute for the face of someone who with their soul encourages another person to be brave and true. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burden of it to anyone else. Charity begins at home, and justice begins next door. Whatever I have tried to do in life, I have tried with all my heart to do it well. Whatever I have devoted myself to, I have devoted myself completely. In great aims and in small, I have always thoroughly been in earnest. If there were no bad people, there would be no good lawyers. Have a heart that never hardens, and a temper that never tires, and a touch that never hurts. I never could have done what I have done without the habits of punctuality, order, and diligence, without the determination to concentrate myself on one subject at a time. Nature gives to every time and season some beauties of its own, and from morning to night, as from the cradle to the grave, it is but a succession of changes, so gentle and easy that we can scarcely mark their progress. The whole difference between construction and creation is exactly this, that a thing constructed can only be loved after it is constructed, but a thing created is love before it exists. There is nothing so strong or safe in an emergency of life as the simple truth. A day wasted on others is not wasted on one's self. It opens the lungs, washes the countenance, exercises the eyes, and softens down the temper. So cry away, subdue your appetites, my dears, and you've conquered human nature. Happy, happy Christmas that can win us back to the delusions of our childhood days, recall to the old man the pleasures of his youth, and transport the traveler back to his own fireside and quiet home. I have known a vast quantity of nonsense talked about bad men not looking you in the face. Don't trust that conventional idea. Dishonesty will stare honesty out of countenance any day in the week. If there is anything to be got by it, there is a wisdom of the head and a wisdom of the heart. Home is a name, a word. It is a strong one, stronger than magician ever spoke, or spirit have answered to, in the strongest conjuration. To conceal anything from those to whom I am attached is not in my nature. I can never close my lips where I'll have opened my heart. An idea, like a ghost, must be spoken to a little before it will explain itself. In the little world in which children have their existence, whosoever brings them up, there is nothing so finely perceived and so finely felt as injustice. Any man may be in good spirits and good temper when he's well dressed. There ain't much credit in that. A wonderful fact to reflect upon, that every human creature is constituted to be that profound secret and mystery to every other. Great men are seldom over-scrupulous in the arrangement of their attire. This is a world of action, and not for moping and droning in. You don't carry in your countenance a letter of recommendation. Renunciation remains sorrow, though a sorrow borne willingly. That sort of half-sigh which, accompanied by 2 or 3 slight nods of the head, is pity's small change in general society. Although a skilful flatterer is a most delightful companion, if you have him all to yourself, his taste becomes very doubtful when he takes to complimenting other people. A person who can't pay gets another person who can't pay to guarantee that he can pay, like a person with 2 wooden legs getting another person with 2 wooden legs to guarantee that he has got 2 natural legs. It don't make either of them able to do a walking match. When a man bleeds inwardly, it is a dangerous thing for himself, but when he laughs inwardly, it bodes no good to other people. Do you spell it with a V or a W? Inquired the judge. That depends upon the taste and fancy of the speller, my lord. Dignity, and even holiness too, sometimes, are more questions of coat and waistcoat than some people imagine. Send forth the child and childish man together, and blush for the pride that libels our own old happy state, and gives its title to an ugly and distorted image. May not the complaint that common people are above their station often take its rise in the fact of uncommon people being below theirs? I know I do not exaggerate, unconsciously and unintentionally, the scantiness of my resources and the difficulty of my life will know that, but for the mercy of God, he might easily have been, for any care that was taken of me, a little robber or a vagabond.